Hey, welcome back everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler again. So we're gonna talk about this again. This will be part 2 of deep conversations. It's something that I just figured I should do a part 2 because in the part 1 I didn't get a chance to finish the video because I ran out of batteries on my camera. By the way, I was using a GoPro camera. I wasn't using my cell phone. So the problem was it was attached to my dashboard while I was driving and it was keep coming off. I don't know. So I had to constantly hold it and so it doesn't fall off. So I was holding it and it was okay. You know, I really wanted to do more, talk about more. But now since I'm at home and I'm not driving, I have a chance to talk about this a little bit furthermore. This is part 2. Now, what was I talking about in the first part of Deep Conversations? Well, you'll have to watch that video, but I'll tell you, I'll rehash. I was talking about the mindset, the people's mindset in general, and how we treat each other as people. Hold on, let me fix my camera. I don't like this. The Bronson doesn't like this. The Bronson doesn't like it. You ever seen the movie Bronson? You go check it out. Tom Hardy, pretty good movie. And that movie deals with all these issues too. Mental issues. Yes. All right, so that's better. This is much better. The Bronson likes it better. All right, so as I was saying, on the first part of my video, I talked about the human mindset and how we portray this world, how we react to certain things, how we communicate with other people. It's based really on how we're being treated in society, how we're being accepted in society, and all of that has a toll. The reason it has an effect because of the frequencies that are floating around from other people. I'll just give you one example. Somewhere out there, most likely, there's a lot of people, not just 1 or 2 or 3. There's probably hundreds or more, or maybe in thousands, or maybe in millions, maybe in billions. I don't know. But maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's in millions or hundreds of thousands, all right? There's individuals out there, let's just be fair, let's just say hundreds of thousands across the world. All right, let's just be mathematically accurate. Hundreds of thousands across the world, which would be 250,000 in the world. They're having certain problems, certain issues. You can call them mental issues, that's fine. I'm not going to get offended. No one's going to get offended. You can call them certain issues that people have in their minds. Some people, they hide it. Some they talk about it. Some they don't. Some they go to shrinks and keep it private. Most people, they don't want to let you know that they're having these problems, you know, because then you're going to be afraid of them. You're not going to want to hang around with them because of their unpredictability, you know, because if someone tells you he's schizophrenic, you're not going to want to hang around with that person because you're going to think, oh my God, this person can snap any moment. Or this person can do this, or this person can do that. Well, this is exactly the problem, is the way we judge people. This is exactly where the issue comes. Is soon as we see something strange or somebody doing things differently or somebody having a different thoughts or somebody looking different or acting different, we automatically distance ourselves from them. And I think that's a mistake. I think that's the biggest problem, the biggest issue in today's society. We like to label people. We like to distance ourselves from certain people when in fact we should be approaching them and trying to talk to them, you know, trying to give them certain comfort, let them know that, hey, I understand your point of views, I understand how you feel, but it's not all like that. You know, there's certain ways we can communicate with people, you know. Like I said yesterday, if you do something positive out there. Even though that person is having a bad day and he really doesn't feel like talking to anybody, but if you help him, if you do something for him, or let's say you change a tire for the person, or you help him out, or he needs a change, or you bought him this and he needed it, or he didn't have any money to buy something and you helped him out, guess what? Right there, while he was having that bad day, you changed his mind because you interfere. You interfere with your positivity. And that positivity could help that person go to a different direction instead of the one that he was going. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. And it was hard for me to talk about it while I was driving. Too much noises while I'm driving and everything. But this is the issue. This is one of the problems that we have in today's society. We just like to put things under the rug. Let's just swipe it under the rug. Let's just ignore it. Let's just label somebody a lunatic, forget about it, move on with our lives. Let's label this guy maniac, move on with our lives. You know what that is? That's masking the problem. That's not curing the problem. Because 5 years from now, 4 years from now, hell, maybe 8 months from now, something else will happen that might affect you or your children or your family members because of the way you were acting or treating that person or treating other people differently. So we have to think about what goes around comes around. We have to think about how we treat ourselves. What I'm trying to say is this, and I know this will be hard for some people to process, and nor do I expect anyone to process this, but what I'm trying to say, nobody just wakes up one day and decides, I want to do this. I'm going to do this. No. There's a reason for everything. No one's born evil. This horse shit, this bullshit, self-righteous Christian shit or Catholic shit or even Muslim shit, they would say someone's born evil. That's fucking religious horse shit. Fuck all these religions. How about that? No one's born evil. People get affected slowly by certain actions of other people that cause them to turn into evil. Okay? They look at the children. Look at somebody's life. When somebody is, let's say you're a kid that's born in Syria. All right? You're born in Syria. It's a slaughter land. People are dying left and right, left and right. That kid, he's presented to the worst of the evil. He is being put front and center with the worst of the worst. Now, when that kid is growing up, what is he going to feel? I'll tell you what he's going to feel. A lot of anger, a lot of confusion. And he's gonna have a hard time processing as to why is it that these people here, they get to enjoy this and have this, and they're treating me like this, and they call me this, they call me that, while I had no choice in this matter. I was born into this, and this is what I have. And how's he going to feel if he feels unaccepted, if he comes into our society? And that's due because we're judging that kid, okay? Oh, look at him. He's an Arab. Or look at him. He's from this country. He's from that country. Look at him. Automatically, we're judging people based on where they're from. Number one, the biggest fucking mistake that we do, judging other people based on where they're fucking from. Number two, based on how they look, another fucking issue that we have as human society. Why can't we just shut the fuck up with our judgments and our fucking bullshit and try to show some respect, some understanding? Okay, this kid obviously had no choice. He was born into this hell. Let's try to comfort him. Let's try to help him out. Let's try to show him that, hey, I feel sorry that you had to go through that hell, but there's other ways of living. We're going to help you. But we're not doing that. We are not doing that in our society. And then we wonder why all this shit is happening. Because we are not treating each other with respect, compassion, and love that we need. I told you about my situation that happened in Starbucks. I was simply, actually, I didn't even bring it up. This chick, this lady, brought this up. I went in there simply to buy a, what was it, Frappuccino, large size Frappuccino. She asked me, do you often come here? Do you often drink here, coffee? I said, it depends. There's many Starbucks around this area, so sometimes I will stop by here. Usually I have a espresso machine at home, so I have a large cup and I make my own coffee. I roast it. And she goes like, oh, really? I said, yes. Well, we have large cups too. I said, well, but mine's bigger than what you guys have. And as soon as I said that, and even though I said it in a comedic kind of a way, she got angry. And I'm like, why are you getting angry? You getting angry because I just made a funny comment that I have a bigger cup. And I do have a bigger cup, which is right over here. I have a bigger cup, okay? So mine's bigger than yours. Actually, I'll show it to you. I have it. It's right here. Here. There it is. It's a gigantic cup. You see how big it is? Look at my hand. Look how large that thing is, okay? So anyway, that's just besides the point. The point I'm trying to make, people are becoming so detached from reality. And what people don't realize, here's the mistake that people don't realize, because they're so busy with their lives and you know, their self-egoistic, self-important, consuming bullshit, but it's just a horseshit, okay? With their horseshit lives, they think they have some fucking meaning in the future or whatever. Okay, whatever. They're so goddamn busy with their egoistic, selfish portrayal of themselves. Look at me, I have this. Look at me, I have a car. Look at this, look at that. Look what I have. Look at all of this shit I have. Materialistic bullshit that I have that nobody gives a shit about. Your materialistic fucking bullshit possessions that you have. And your egoistic, selfish piece of shit attitude that you have, okay? You are the problem. You're not the solution. And it's because of people like that, it's the issues that we have. They're so consumed about themselves that they don't give a shit about other people or other societies and how their action will have an impact to the society. And this is the issue. And I honestly, you want to know the truth? I'll tell you the truth. I would love to see this world be like a nice commute, like a, I'm not saying utopia, but like a nice commute, like nice community. But honestly, it's 2017 and it's almost 2018. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. And I think we're so far out, fucked up, that I really don't see us moving anywhere forward with this shit, man. It's almost like it's too late for us, man, honestly. The way we are acting, the way we're treating other people, it's almost too late for us, honestly. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be a negative person. I do want to be a positive person, but just walk out the fucking door, drive your fucking car, go out there, and you'll see what you're going to be presented with. And why is that? Why are we treating ourselves that way? Now, I understand it's a big city, big cities, it's too many people, too many ideals. I understand. But I still believe that people have a choice. I understand you got to feed your kids. I understand you got to work 2 jobs. I fucking understand it's not easy. You're not the only one that's working 2 jobs. You're not the only one that's dealing with some sort of a bullshit, some sort of a stress, one way or the other. I get that. We all deal with that shit. You don't think I deal with stress? I do. Everybody does. But then also you should be able to, this is exactly why you should bring some positivity to people. Bring some positive energy to people. Today, I want to manifest a positive day. Can you manifest a positive day? Well, Bronson will tell you that you can. But of course, Bronson, it's a different type of delusional character, so we're not going to talk about Bronson. But even Bronson, at the end of that movie, you can see that he was a little bit, that he was feeling guilt. because he finally found something he loves. I think he met that one lady, and then there's something happened and he realized, wait a minute, what am I doing? Now, I'm not using Bronson as like as an example of that, but I'm just simply saying that no one is born evil, what I'm trying to say. No one is born lunatic, what I'm trying to say. We're all born with equal qualities. It's the choices we make. It's what we manifest. It's really, we live the life the way we manifest our life. If we manifest our lives to hate each other, we're going to see plenty of that. If we manifest ourselves to like violence, we'll see many of that. We are what we manifest. What are we manifesting? And right now, in past few years, what have we been manifesting? Dividing ourselves, racial issues, hate, violence. We are manifesting that shit. Politicians are putting us aside. They're dividing us with their stupid fucking parties. They're manifesting this kind of shit too. So it's a manifestation that's causing this problem because that's what we want to manifest. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. If we manifest positivity, I fucking guarantee you'll see positivity out there and less violence and less fucking hate. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I think that's the issue in today's society. I had some interesting questions somebody asked me the other day. But what is the meaning of life? Like, what is the meaning of all of this? Like, what is the meaning of our existence? And I said, well, that's not important. What is the meaning? The universe does not owe any explanation to explain yourself to make any sense. The universe does not have any obligation to make any sense to you. We just happen to be here. This is our reality. You are alive, so make the best of it. You have a mind, you have a brain. Okay, what does the brain tell you? Brain tells you, hey, don't jump off the cliff, you're gonna die. Okay, so it's letting you know if you jump off the fucking cliff, you're gonna die. So don't do it. All right? If you start a fight with someone, what's gonna happen? Be prepared for anything. So don't do it. Don't escalate that. All right? Are you prepared for it? I don't fucking think so. Is the other guy prepared? Maybe he is. Maybe he done it before. You don't know. So why escalate? Why manifest that? Okay? You don't have to manifest that. You have options. You have, what I'm trying to say, there's always a choice. Okay? And this is coming from a guy who was raised in hell. I was raised in Bosnia during the worst fucking war for 5 years there. This is in the heart of Europe, okay? So I was presented to the violence and the worst of the worst at the very young age. I didn't have all of this so-called privilege shit that some other people had, okay? And one lesson I learned from it is that violence doesn't solve anything. Hate doesn't solve anything. Not having a healthy conversation is not going to solve anything. Masking the problem is not going to solve anything. You know what's going to solve it? Talking about it. Treating people with respect. Treating people with compassion. Well, at least try it. Here's what I'm trying to say. I try to tell people, try it. Why can't you just fucking try it? Just try it. Like, why do you have to give a finger to the guy that you passed over? Why? Why did you have to do that? Why can't you, instead of you giving that finger to the guy, why can't you use a signal light, use that fucking blinkers, signal light, and then pass him and don't say anything? How about that? Maybe he'll appreciate that you did that. But no, let me pull in front of him and give him a finger. What is that going to achieve? Nothing. Actually, what the only thing it's going to achieve is going to cause, it's going to escalate negativity. That could cause into even worse things. So why would you do that? You don't know that person, and you might trigger him to do something to you. So my whole point is there's other ways that we can treat ourselves, okay? And we should think about this. I like to keep things positive. I always try to keep it positive, even though I know that's far-fetched and the people are complex and complicated, and it's going to be hard for people to you know, change themselves. But I believe there's always a choice. I believe you always have a choice, man. You always have a choice. People say, I don't. Bullshit. Yes, you do. You have a choice. Get detached from your stupid ego, from your stupid thoughts. They're all bullshit thoughts. Get real. Think about positivity. I know it's hard for some people. It's an impossible fucking task to be positive. I get it. It's easy just to be negative. It's easy just to be angry. That's the easy fucking card to play. But try at least to be positive today. When you're driving, when you're approaching someone, try to be positive. Even if the person is shouting, you still be positive. And see what kind of outcome that's going to bring. Okay? Try to be positive. Let's end this video with this message. Try to be positive. Positivity will have a better outcome on the world. I'm not saying we're going to live in the Mecca. We're never going to live in the Mecca or some kind of utopia. I'm not asking for that. I'm just simply saying that if we at least try to be positive, we will see a much better outcome. There, Mr. Bronson just told you that. Later.